Hey everybody, today I am at Place de Vosges and I thought I would come on here and talk a little bit about how we're adjusting to life back in Europe after being away from Europe for so long. Today is Thursday and we've been in Paris for about 2 weeks and we've found it fairly easy to keep our regular routine here in Paris that we've developed over the years while living in Asia. And you guys know that routine is basically a leisurely breakfast, lingering over coffee, doing our regular chores, laundry, etc., and trying to get outside for a little walk in the afternoon. And that's the part that's been really, really a nice change because we're able to walk outside and it's not a whole production regarding how much am I going to be sweating, where can we walk, where we're away from traffic and not breathing so much exhaust. So I have to say all of that has been a really, really nice change. The one thing that has really, really changed, and that is our eating out habits. Now, you guys know we pretty much ate out every day while living in Southeast Asia. I cooked occasionally, but nothing on the regular. We were definitely regular Grab customers in Thailand and in Vietnam. We would occasionally go out to eat, but most of the time we ordered takeout. So pretty much the entire time that we've been here, a whole 2 weeks, we have not ordered any takeout, and I don't anticipate we ever really will. Here they've got Uber Eats, but I mean, there's just so much food everywhere that takeout isn't an option. And believe it or not, we've been here 2 weeks and we have yet to eat out. You heard it. We have yet to go to a brasserie, a bistro, a restaurant. None of the above. We have, of course, popped into the boulangerie quite often, but we basically have been eating at home in our Airbnb. Our Airbnb actually is really nicely equipped for long stays, and once we check out, I will link it in the description of a video, and I'll also give a little tour of it. But it's really, really functional, really clean, really nice, in a great neighborhood with a great host. So I really look forward to showing you guys that a few weeks down the road. So we've been eating inside, which is a little new for us, and we've actually really enjoyed it because the food quality here is so good. There are so many delicious choices at the grocery stores, at the markets, at the fromageries, the boulangeries. We've we've really enjoyed it. Now, we haven't gotten into a lot of cooking because we're like, oh, we're going to be leaving in a couple of weeks, We have this hesitancy to dig in a little bit too much. But what we've been able to do is just buy enough groceries to have some fruits, some veggies, anything you can imagine for sandwiches, the bread, the cheese, the meat, the wine. Yes, we have missed French wine at French wine prices because in Southeast Asia, the prices were pretty ridiculous. It's just a nice change to kind of really try to get real and see how it is just to kind of live this quiet, enjoyable life, because that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives. I think our timing here coming to France is perfect because if we had arrived here any sooner in our journey, we wouldn't have been ready to just accept such a slow pace. And really, we haven't had to adjust our pace at all. Our pace fits great here. It's interesting. It's a big city, but it's a city where you can stroll. You don't have to walk fast. You don't feel any urgency. You can feel people taking their time. Yes, there are always people who are going to be in a hurry, and you can definitely also feel that rush to get things done. This is a city where a lot of people work, and you can feel that as well, but there is definitely a balance with just that easy stroll. When I arrived at this park, it was the end of the lunch hour, and the park was full of people just lounging on the grass, enjoying their lunch hour, because that's just part of the lifestyle here. So that was really cool to see. I also had a moment where I completely froze up because the woman sitting next to me on the bench, when she finished her lunch, she asked me if I minded whether she smoked. Well, that's what she was asking me in French, and my heart stopped and I got that big knot in my stomach because I didn't understand. I didn't even come up with a plus lentement, s'il vous plaît, or répétez, s'il vous plaît. Or je ne parle français, s'il vous plaît. I could not come up with anything. And so even though we've been doing a little studying on our own, we definitely have a huge challenge ahead of us getting communicative in French. So stay tuned for that part of the journey too, because I'll definitely get into that. So basically, it's been the status quo, like I said, our normal routine. Of course, I'm spending a lot of time, figuring out our next move and making sure that we have somewhere to stay and all of that good stuff. So I spent a lot of time and effort on that in our first week or so after we arrived, and we kind of know what's next, and so a few videos from now I'll definitely get into that with you guys. Right now my biggest challenge is getting used to the different water quality here in Europe than in Southeast Asia, and even on our trips to China and South Korea. I went through this before, especially last summer, going back to the US for a little while. Basically, depending upon the water quality, that pretty much determines my hair products. And, I had my hair products down for Southeast Asia, and now I have a whole slew of options over here in France. So there's always that transition. Water quality and hair products. If you know, you know. You curly people out there, you know. So basically, we're going through a little trial and error with that. I realized I didn't finish my video the other day while I was at Place de Vosges. I got a little sidetracked. And I can say one of the things about coming and staying in Paris first for us, it's provided a soft landing because the city is fairly familiar to us. We already know how to get around on public transportation. We already know the grocery store chains. We know the different neighborhoods. So that has made for a nice, soft transition. The real work is going to begin once we leave Paris and get into unknown territory. This week, we've just been taking it easy, walking around the neighborhood as per usual, relaxing, just really in awe of the sights and sounds around us. There's just something to see around every corner, and I haven't been filming as much as I probably should because I've just been soaking it all in, to be honest. But we'll see what I come up with next week for you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.